Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Tambri, the creator of Fairy Lantern on webtoon Canvas. Since 2021 is wrapping up, I figured it might be cool to do a New Year's resolution style video for my comic. And that way I could hold myself accountable a bit better going into the new year. So here are my two main goals for 2022. I want to create a more efficient workflow for my comic and increase the overall quality of it. I'll dive deeper into that in just a second, but first I'd like to reflect on this past year a bit. In 2021, I finally took the leap into publishing my comic on webtoon Canvas. I launched my comic officially on February 27th as a birthday present to myself and began posting consistently every Monday night. Some milestones the comic hit this year were reaching 1,000 subs in July, right before the Canvas Festival, becoming eligible for the ad sharing program in August, earning my first monies which was $11.87 for the month of September. So yay! But I don't see that yet because the payout threshold is $100. So I still haven't seen that money until the time of posting this video. I think the first payout will be later in this month. But yeah, so that happened and it was really, really cool. And then November happened, and by November I mean specifically the end of November. My comic took off again as far as readership was concerned. It hit the recommended comics feed, and suddenly there were 10,000 people reading Fairy Lantern. And I basically lost my mind for the whole night, and my husband was just having to poke me to be like, are you alive still? Because I did not the whole year my only goal was to get to 1,000 readers on my comic. So the fact that it just skyrocketed last month just absolutely blew my mind, and I am very lucky and very grateful that my comic has had such an amazing start for it in the first year of its existence on the platform. So yeah, not many people can say that, and I am very, very, very fortunate for that. So if you are one of those 10,794 people subscribed to my comic, I just really want to say thank you. Thank you so much for reading it and going on a little adventure with my characters every week. 2021 was a bad year for my family, so having my comic to look forward to and all the lovely comments really helped me keep my spirits up. So thank you so much. And all right, I really need to talk about goals for 2022 because this is getting really sappy here. Okay, more efficient workflow. Currently, as a stay-at-home mom, I have about 2 to 3 hours to myself at night to work on my comic. So improving my workflow would definitely help me make those couple of hours at night much more impactful. Breaking this down into actionable goals would be painting backgrounds quicker, making the character facial proportions more accurate, and potentially changing drawing programs. Finally. With these actionable goals, I want to break it down a little bit further. So I'll start with the painting backgrounds quicker. For painting quicker backgrounds, I'm going to try my hand at either learning Blender so I can roughly model out Fairy Lantern's environment, or I'm going to invest some money into buying some 3D assets to help me build those backgrounds. I'll still paint over everything because I love having a consistent look, but having the 3D stuff will help me figure out camera angles for different panels and should take some of the hesitation and guesswork that's slowing down my workflow. to make the character's facial proportions more consistent, I'm going to make some character reference sheets and take the time to draw them at a bunch of different angles and expressions. Because I really want to make my characters less blobbulous on their faces, because right now some of those panels are a little questionable. But anyways, so this making the reference sheets, it might take some time to do, but I do feel like in the long run it will help me a lot, and that way it also can work as a facial anatomy study for the characters as well. And finally, I think I'll try to switch drawing programs. Finally. I tried switching to Clip Studio Paint right before the launch of my comic because I had heard so many good things about it, but in the end I chose comfort over over adventure and decided to stick with Photoshop this year. But I really want to try and make the switch, because I definitely see a lot more benefits to improving my workflow and quality if I actually do make that switch. But anyway, to try and make this goal a lot more possible this year, I'm going to try and identify what the hang-ups are that I have when I'm learning Clip Studio. For me, it's probably going to be like finding similar brushes to the ones that I use in Fairy Lantern, but like the Clip Studio version instead of Photoshop. Relearning the hotkeys, or seeing if I can just make them the same as they were in Photoshop. And then, yeah, obviously like figuring out a good workflow using Clip Studio, and probably a lot of other things that might be potential hangups. But if I don't identify those, then it might, it'll make it a lot harder for me to switch programs. But thankfully, Clip Studio has a wonderful YouTube channel on here and a huge community of artists that I can potentially learn from. So hopefully it won't be as daunting this time to try again. So, because I really could use a program that doesn't constantly crash and freeze on me. So I edited it out of this this time lapse here, but there were so many times, like during this painting of Regan and Quill that I'm working on, that Photoshop crashed on me and I had to restart the program. So, but thankfully editing software, I can literally cut all those little pauses out of the video. So, raising the comic's quality. My second big goal for my comic in 2022 is to improve the overall quality of it. I think having a more efficient workflow will help me achieve this, considering my work hours toward the comic will probably not change until my son is in preschool. It would be nice to treat every important scene of Fairy Lantern like a personal commission and just go ham on it. Like, high quality Quill's abs, or Regan's adorable facial expressions, or beautiful hair in every panel. I mean, backgrounds. Yeah, amazing backgrounds. But yeah, that's it. Those are my goals. Did you think that was going to be a longer video? It's not. Maybe it can be. Wait, huh? Oh, wait, it's not over. So, but first, this is the halfway point. Did you drink some water? Did you stretch? Did you save your work if you're also drawing along to this video? Because if you haven't done those three, take it from me. Please do all three of those, because it's bad if you don't. Drink your water, stretch, save your work if it's digital. I mean, you can try saving your work traditionally. I don't know how that works, but yeah. So yeah, those are my main goals, but if I could add extra stuff to this goal list, I would make a super special little category called the Would Be Nice category. to get to once I feel like I'm making solid progress on the main goals and making sure that I have enough time, extra time to do these things. So some fun goals that would be in the would be nice category are hosting a Draw This in Your Style challenge featuring my fairy lantern characters. I've been wanting to do one forever, so maybe 2022 will be the year. I would also like to try and participate in Mermaid this year. It's it's literally my favorite art social media event of the year. And before you say February or February, just stop, because my comic literally makes it February all year. So I don't need to participate in February, but maybe I will. I don't know. It might be fun. Make all the other characters fairies in there. So, but yeah. And another would be nice goal for 2022 would be to participate in Inktober or OCtober. October is notoriously busy for me usually, but it would be nice to try and make at least a couple of drawings during it. But my ultimate, finally amazing would be nice goal of 2022 would be to create a collaboration on Webtoon Canvas. I have seen so many cool ones this year, and I would really love to try and be a part of one in 2022. Even if that means I have to be more extroverted and actually talk to people. Yeah, I don't see that happening, so I guess I'll be making my own one then. Just I'll keep it in my own introverted element here. So how do you guys like the idea of making a cool abs collab? Because abs are the best things ever to draw. Apparently, according to me, I guess. If I made a collaboration, that would probably be it, right? Right? Let me know in the comments, like that. So there, those are my comic goals for 2022, both the main goals and the would be nice goals that I would like to try and reach this year. I'm really looking forward to what milestones Fairy Lantern hits this time and how much I grow as an artist and storyteller. It'll be really fun to review this next year and see what happened. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. I've got a couple of small announcements at the very end, but before that, did you drink your water? Did you strave? Wow. I can't talk. I've been talking this whole time and now I'm just blah, 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 derping out here. So what I meant to say was, did you drink your water? Did you stretch? Did you save your work? And if you haven't, you really should. And that's all I'll say. I'll get off your case now. But anyways, I want to know what your goals are for this year. And I would love to see you share them in the comments down below and tell me how you're going to achieve them. So maybe we can keep ourselves accountable here in our community and work towards making 2022 way better than the past few years. But anyways, so back to the announcements. I'm planning on making a short video series where I read and react to all the comments on my webcomic by episode, and it should start coming out sometime between January and February, maybe. And I'm also thinking about making more YouTube content in the future. Wait, that should have been in the would be nice category. Oops. I didn't go put that in the no. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more comic adventure content. Thanks for watching. Bye!